What's up, guys? Dr. Doll here. Welcome to another video. And it's been a minute since I filmed in the office. I don't know, it's just like there's always something going on in here. You know, my husband works in here, and so it's just kind of difficult to, if I am working in here, it's usually late at night, and I'm already in my pajamas. So, because I'm that weirdo that like gets in my pajamas at 6 p.m. I'm like, I'm ready. So I have two girlies that I want to do customs on, and these two girlies have something in common. They are both from Hawaii. We have Nanea Mitchell and Kanani Akina, and I believe that Kanani is from Kauai. Is that how you say it? Kauai. I don't know how to pronounce it. I know how it's spelled, and then Nanea is from Honolulu. But these are my two Hawaiian babes, Hawaiian girlies, and they're both TLC. Nanea's in a little bit better condition, which is not surprising because she's newer. So let's start with our Kanani. So I got her off of a Facebook group, buy sell doll group, and I got her for $60, and that was including shipping. So I thought that was a decent deal just for any Just Mold in general. Her limbs are loose, they're floppy, but you know, she's 10 years old, so that's kind of to be expected. She does have she has a couple of marks on this arm. So I don't know if you can see, there's like a stain dye mark there, and then she's got a couple of white scuffs. Her face also has some light scuffing, and then there's like a small gash in this cheek. Nothing super major though. Her hair is really, really thin though. Like, I can tell that she underwent a lot of dry brushing, and I feel like whoever brushed her hair was just like yanking chunks out. So, oh, look at that giant bald spot. Yeah, she's missing a lot of hair. This wig isn't savable. Any of you who have seen Kanani brand new, her wig brand new, knows that this wig is beat. This is not at all what Kanani's hair looks like. So we're just going to toss this one. But that's my Kanani Just Mold. And then I also managed to get my hands finally on a Nanea TLC. I got her on Shop Goodwill. Thank you so much. Shout out to one of my viewers who commented that there was one available on Shop Goodwill. I went and I won that one. Now I did have to pay $100 for her. That was with shipping, but I don't know, I was looking at other Naneas and really I couldn't find anything that was cheaper than that. So it was like, because she's so new, it's really hard to find a Nanea for under $100. Like, if you find one, then snatch her up, because she just doesn't sell for less than $100 in general. So and she came out in 2017. I should say Kanani was Girl of the Year 2011, so she's limited edition. Nanea you can still purchase on AG's website. One of these days I'm going to buy a brand new Nanea, but she has her own face mold, and I personally think that Nanea's face mold is one of the cutest. It just has a really sweet look to it. I love her little eyelashes and the little like notches in her eyes. I love how big her eyes are. I love her smile. I love her eyebrows. I just think she has one of the cutest face molds, and I have not gotten a chance to do a custom with a Nanea yet, so I have been on the hunt. Now this one is TLC. Her limbs are very loose, which I'm surprised for her only being like 3 or 4 years old. Well, I'm not surprised, because American Girl does knots now. They don't when they are stringing their dolls, they just tie the elastic in a knot. They used to use little clasps, little metal fasteners, and that would keep the limbs tight for almost a decade, even with play. But now they just tie them in knots, and this is what happens after, you know, just a couple of years. The limbs get floppy and loose. It's a real shame. That's one thing definitely that Mattel has not done as well since they took over. The Pleasant Company always used metal clasps when they strung, and that was far superior. But so I'm going to restring both of them. They both have loose limbs, so both of them need to be restrung. Kanani has a neck string. Nanea has a zip tie. So we'll just go ahead. I'll probably be able to reuse this neck string. I've already scrubbed both of them with a magic eraser, and Nanea was, I think someone put actual makeup on her. When I looked at her at first, it looked like her face was really scuffed up. And I was like, I'm just going to scrub and see what happens. So I started scrubbing, and then I realized, like, I think someone put foundation on her face. Like, actual, like, foundation. So someone had put actual foundation on her face. Someone had put sparkly lipstick on her lips. So I scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed, and I feel like I got the majority of everything off. But she looks a lot better after just getting that off of her face. I couldn't tell what it was at first, but I think someone just put makeup on her. And I am going to try and save Nanea's wig because it is not in bad shape. It's a little frizzy, it's a little dry, but I think with a good treatment, it is definitely usable. I don't see a ton of breakage, which that's sort of like the death of these wigs, is when there's a lot of breakage, but I'm not seeing that here, so I think we can save this and I can use it for a different doll. Not sure exactly what I'm gonna do with these girlies yet. I have a couple of new wigs. I have a couple of cute outfits. I got these, let's see. I got this really cute, like, boho tie-dye maxi dress from Bella Boo's on Etsy. And then I also got this really cute, like, sweater dress from Bella Boo's. And then I have a couple of, like, wintry things. So, I don't know. I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of hesitant to do much with Nanea just because I know I'm not going to get a ton of opportunities to work with a Nanea mold. So I want to make sure that whatever I do is really, really good. So I don't know, I may kind of go for that, like, boho, flowy vibe. I have this really cute wig. I don't know if I brought it upstairs, by Dallas Doll Co., but it's just like this long brown wavy. And then Kanani. What are we feeling with Kanani? I don't know. Of course, with Kanani, with the Just mold, you know, you're a little bit more limited on the eyes. I have to use a smaller eye shape. So anyways, I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is an eye swap, and I'm going to remove these wigs, and I'm not going to film that part because it's just kind of boring, and I'll do a video another day just going through that process, but that's not what I want to focus on in this video. So I'm just going to do that, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I know that I just said that I wasn't going to film this, but I changed my mind. It's such a lengthy process that I may not actually do anything else today with these two. So, alright, so I've got Nanea's head here. Got my trusty old spatula, and just gonna pry her eyeballs out. One of her eyes looks scratched. I don't know if I can reuse it, but I can definitely use one of them. And I do keep all the old eyes, even if I only have one, if I don't have a pair, because sometimes I do heterochromia dolls. So you never know. I also get asked for specific colors sometimes from other people who do customs. Okay, this one's not wanting to come out. There we go. And I'm going to try and peel this wig off while her head is hot, because I've had a lot more success in the past with getting wigs off intact when I do it when the plastic is heated. If I do it when the plastic is cold, then sometimes I rip the edges. I tend to be a little bit of a brute ripping the wig off, so I have to be careful not to be a brute. And this wig is not wanting to come off either, which is kind of frustrating because I really want to save it. So, see if I can at least get around the perimeter of it. That's the part that always tears on me. Dang it. Come on. Work with me, girly. I want to keep your wig. I don't want to waste this wig. Okay, almost there, almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Okay. Ooh, it's tearing a little bit up top. Okay. I might have to use some acetone up there. But I don't want to use it down here. Oh dear. Come on, girl. Come on, girly. Come on, don't do this to me. Okay, it's starting to tear up top. So I might just leave it for now. Yeah, okay. It's starting to tear down here too. Oh, shoot. Sometimes they come off really easily and it's no big deal, and then other times they will fight tooth and nail. And this one is not wanting to come off. Okay, well, I don't want to rip it, so I'm not going to force it anymore. I got around most of the perimeter. The top isn't wanting to come off, and the back isn't wanting to let go. So while her head is still a little hot, I'm going to try and push these eyes in. I'm running out of, nope, okay. Yep, her head cooled down too much, so we got to heat it again. So for those of you who don't know much about the eye swapping process, it is very much touch and go. It's a constant just heating and reheating and fidgeting and messing around. Like, it is just, it's funny because I actually, someone on Facebook last night did their very first eye swap, and they posted that they're like, oh my goodness, pushing a baby out was easier than pushing these eyeballs out. And I think that might have been a little bit of an exaggeration. But yeah, it can be, depending on the mold and the hardness of the plastic, sometimes they can just be really, really tough. Really tough to get the eyes out, and then sometimes really, really tough to get eyes back in. So I wasn't really sure which eyes to go with. I don't know. I have these, I'm getting kind of low on eyes. I have these just blue Stalco that I was going to go with for Nanea. I also have this brown. I don't know. I thought blue might be pretty, but maybe the brown would be better. I'm second guessing myself. I guess I can always change it later if I change my mind. All right, let's see if she's softened up. I don't know. I mean, she's really hot, but You gotta get that plastic so hot that those eyes just slip right in. I don't think that her eyes are smaller. Oh, okay. That one went in. Okay, and I got that one in too. Okay. So I'm going to use my trusty little, doesn't she look great? Trusty little cuticle pusher to adjust the eyes. And again, you want to try and do this without scratching the glass or the acrylic, which is very difficult to do. That's why I recommend the cuticle pusher rather than a pointed instrument. Oh, the blue is really pretty. Okay. And then I'm going to rotate them because they're obviously crooked. Oh, I love her face mold. It's so pretty. I wish that I could work with it more, but maybe in a few years I'll be able to, but she's still just so new that it's difficult to find her for a decent price. She looks a little bit cross-eyed, so we're gonna, what's this crusty stuff that's coming out of her eyes? Did she have water damage at some point? Those are really pretty, actually. Like, I don't know, just on their own, they kind of just look like basic blue eyes, but I don't know, in her face mold, they're really just stunning, aren't they? Stupid wig. I really want this wig. It is not giving up the ghost. Okay, well, I'm just gonna have to fiddle with that later. That's gonna be time consuming because I really want to reuse this wig. So, okay, done with her. I'm gonna reheat this water a little bit. I'll be right back. Okay, I heated my water up a little bit more. I've got Kanani's head. I'm gonna go ahead and get her marinating. Such an odd process. Anyone who is like looking in from the outside has to think that this just looks so incredibly weird. I mean, I have stuff like this just sitting all over the house. So, I mean, my husband's used to it at this point, but yeah, it's definitely interesting. I'm loving this color. It's funny because I thought it was so plain on its own, but on her, they're really stunning. I have to decide. I have a Julie wig that I can use for her. So she could either be a blonde or a brunette. I have that Dallas Dalco wig. Or she could be redhead. I also have a strawberry blonde, sort of rosy gold wig. Now for Kanani, I have to use smaller eyes. So these are doll of a kind eyes, and these are actually glass eyes. So they're more expensive. I think these were $34. So that makes my profit margin a little bit more difficult, but I don't know. I just kind of want to go for it. I just want to make her really pretty and really nice, and I just don't really want to think about the money. I wouldn't be a very good businesswoman. Like, I don't know. I have this image in my head of a Jess mold with glass eyes and like long flowing hair, and I'm gonna just do it and hope that I can make some money at it. And if not, then oh well, I'll live. Okay, she feels really hot, so we're gonna get that out. And then sometimes these heads will still leak hot water, so I always put a towel down just in case, because I've gotten burned a few times. Okay, so come on, Kanani, give me your eyes. Give me those eyeballs. Oh, she is not wanting to give me her eyes. I'm gonna be like that. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. She is not giving up her eyes. We're gonna have to heat it a little bit more. Be right back. Okay, so I didn't end up filming that process because she fought me really hard. So I already put her eyes in. I'm just gonna rotate them now. The Just Molds are a little more difficult. They're not horrible, but they definitely don't come out as easily, and they don't want to go in as easily. I've found that with the Just Molds, it's almost easier to put the eyes in sideways. So like instead of shoving them in like this, you put them in like that. And then you use the tool to rotate them. That just seems to work better for me. Maybe it doesn't work for everyone. It's also like kind of difficult to rotate the eyes in a Just Mold. These are gorgeous. Can't wait to show you. Still crooked. I'm having a lot of trouble rotating them. Getting in there, I don't want to scratch the glass, but I also don't want her to be cross-eyed, you know? Okay. That might be as good as it gets. There. Aren't those gorgeous? I'm going to fiddle with them a little bit more because I don't think they're completely straight, but look at that color. Those are glass eyes, so those are premium, and you pay for premium. So anyways, these are my two Hawaiian girls. I'll update you on their status, and I'm probably going to stop it there today just because I'm tired after fighting with Kanani. But I'll keep you updated in the next video. So I'll see you then, guys. Thanks. Bye-bye.